and welcome to my Unreal Engine 4 tutorial series. And in this episode we're gonna learn about how to make a destructible meshes. So whenever a player shoot on an object, let's say a beer bottle or a glass object or which can be breakable, it's gonna break. So let me give you a quick look. So let's say I have a gun like this, and these all are my beer bottles. I hope you guys can see that. So if I shoot, then this beer bottle gonna destroy. You can see that. And this beer bottle is only destroying once, so if it's already destroyed, then it won't gonna destroy again. You can see that. So let's make this happen. So this is my first person's Unreal Engine default template. You can use third person, first person, it doesn't matter. And what you really need inside this is a plugin, but it is Unreal's inbuilt plugin. So if you say click on this setting and your plugin and click on this on built-in, and if you search for an Apex destruction, you're gonna find an Apex destructions. Make sure it is enabled. If it's not enabled, just enable it, and whenever you enable it, you have to restart your Unreal editor because it won't work without restart. So just restart it. Again, you can find that plugin inside your built-in and search for Apex destructions. So after doing so, what I'm gonna do, I have a static mesh, the beer bottle static mesh. You can find this asset in the links in the description. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a destructible mesh from it. So right click on your static mesh and you can find a create destructible mesh. I'm just gonna create a destructible mesh. So you're gonna see something like this window. This is our destructible mesh, and if you first see something in here, you're gonna find the cell count. So it's set it to 25. What is 25? So whenever it destruct, it will gonna set it to 25 pieces, but 25 pieces is a bit too large, so I'm gonna set it to 5 because 5 would be one. So after changing this, you must have to click on this fracture mesh, otherwise you won't gonna see the preview. So you're gonna see the 5 objects. So this is a destructible by 5. If I hit 6 and if I hit this fracture, this will gonna destruct into 6 parts. So this is our destructible mesh and this is our static mesh. What we really want to do is make an actor to get an object from this. So we want to make an actor. I'm gonna call it a bottle. Open that up, and in your default scene root, what I want to add was a destructible. If you search on destructible, you can find underneath the physics. Make sure you add the destructible, not the static mesh, because static mesh are just a 3D geometry that won't gonna work, and the destructible mesh would be your destructible mesh we have just made. And let's set a scale size to 0.5. So this would work something like this. So let's test this out. So if you grab a node and add it to here, you can find a destructible mesh. These all are the destructible mesh objects. This one. So if we shoot our gun, then this would be destroyed. So how are you gonna do that? So let's make a function to shoot our objects. So open your third person or first person character, whatever you are using. I have just disconnected this fire to this montage play. Nothing I have done. So I want to make a function first. So make a function. I'm gonna call it a fire. So this would be fire, and what I want to do is a line trace. So we're gonna do a line trace, and whatever our line trace gonna hit, we're gonna set a functionality to apply a damage. So line trace by channel, because a bullet is a line trace rather than a sphere trace. And I want to grab my first person's camera and get world location, and the world location would go to your start. And also I want to get the world rotation, and from the world rotation I want to get forward vector. because the rotations forward vector should be very important. From the forward vector I want to multiply it to a float, and this float would be a range. So from our initial point to what point our guns bullet could go, so I'm gonna just multiply it to 200. This is our guns range, and from this I just want to simply add a vector plus vector. So this is our starting point and this is our end point, and I'm gonna just plug it into end. So start point and end point, I'm gonna use a camera channel. You can use whatever the trace channel you want, a camera channel or a visibility channel, or you can also use your custom channels. So it's up to you. Hit compile and save. After that, break hit results. And what we want to do, we can make an applied image in here, but it's not the best way to do that, because let's say you want to shoot and you want to apply damage to a beer bottle, or let's say if you shoot and there is an enemy, and whenever your line trace hit you want to apply and damage on an enemy. So how are you gonna do that? So the best way to do is make an interface. So right click on your content browser, and on your blueprint you're gonna find a blueprint interface. I'm gonna just call it I take damage. So whatever the object, whatever the actor which implements the interface gonna react to our line trace. So I'm gonna just call it take damage. So whenever our player got hit by something, or whenever we hit some object, we're gonna call this interface, and we got an input, and this would be a hit, and the type of this input should be a hit result. The hit result is a hit result of your trace channel, this one, the hit result, out hit. But before that we want to check if our object is implement that interface or not. So does implement interface, because we want to check only if our players implement that interface, otherwise we don't want to use our objects interface. So hit branch and attach it to here, and on the does implement we have set it to does I take implement damage interface is on or not. If it's true, then what we're gonna do, we're gonna just call that function take damage message. We have just created here this take damage, we have just call that. The object would be your target object, so hit actor, and the hit results are the hit results out hit. The reason I have implemented input of hit result is because you want to use any of this, so you don't have to just attach everything, rather than you just attach a hit and this will just break whatever you need inside it, whether you need a distance or time or normals, it's up to you. So for debugging purpose I have set it to for duration, so you can set back to none, but for the debugging purposes. And when we fire, we want to call that function fire. So this function we have just made the fire. So let's see how this gonna look. So if I hit play, you're gonna see a red line trace channel. This is our trace channel. So if I click this, and if I hit click here, you're gonna see this impact point in here, and after that this green node. The green node is, yes, this is impacting, and after that in this point this will gonna collide with our beer bottle. So let's actually make a functionality so that our beer bottle gonna destruct. So open your beer bottle object reference. In here on your class settings we want to implement that functionality we have just made. So on your class setting, if you hit add implement the interface and I take damage, you're gonna see it will be added something like this. After that hit compile, save, and add an component, sorry not component, add an event. An event would be your take damage function. So we have added this take damage function. So you can add this implement to whatever the object that gonna take a damage. So it would be your AI character, your enemy character, anything, and from that break hit results. and grab your bottle, the destructible bottle, this one, and apply radius damage. So we want to apply a radius damage to it, and the base damage would be 1 and the radius damage would be 200 would be fine, and impulse strength would be 10 would be okay, and just take on this full damage. And the hurt origin would be your impact point, the impact point we have just seen. But we want to do this, the apply damage, only once, because if the bottle is already broken, then we don't want to break it again. So we want to do a do once node. We're gonna find a do once node, and we want to just do it for once. Hit compile, hit save, and let's test this out. So if you click on this, you're gonna see our bottle gonna break. Yep, but if it's already break, then it won't gonna break it again if we trace again. So we have done this. So after doing so, if you want to apply a sound, so let's say I want to apply a bottle breaking sound. So what we're gonna do, you're gonna just play a sound 2D. So play a sound at location, and the location would be obviously your hurt origin, and the sound would be your whatever your wave file. For me, the collapse would be fine. I know it's bad, but and after let's say a certain seconds, I want to destroy our actor, so add a delay. So let's say after 2 seconds I want to destroy, I want to delete the actor, so I've destroy an actor. So let's see how this gonna look. So if I click on this, this will first gonna destroy this actor, destructible, then it will gonna play a sound, and then it after 2 seconds it will gonna destroy it. So let's see how this works. You have seen that the sound is not so good, but I hope you guys found a better sound than this. So, and this work only once. So if I press again, so if I pressed again, it won't work because our bottle is already destroyed, right? So this is how you make a destructible object. You can make it fit anyone, and we have also seen you can make a interface. So if you want to set your interface to whatever the object you want, which can be destroyable or killed. Let's say you want to kill an enemy, you just want to click is this input, the function you have to call, and the object would be work fine for it. So this is all for it, guys. Thank you so much guys for watching, and bye bye.